Welcome to Thriving with Chiropractic, where Dr. Mosier from Mosier Family Chiropractic shares a variety of topics designed to empower, inspire, and give hope. Take a few notes and enjoy the lesson.
Hey folks, this is Dr. Mosier here, and today we're going to talk about TMJ. So I'm going to utilize my friend here because TMJ, so when it's not taken care of, it can greatly affect how you eat or if you can even eat the foods that you love and enjoy. So let's talk about TMJ. So I'm going to get the skull in the camera view. So you see the mandible, the jaw here, and you go up to the connection point. That is the pivot point. So let me just move that mandible. And so that actually has a disc right there. Now, this isn't like the disc in your vertebrae. It's a little different, but very similar. And that can get stressed. It can get irritated. It can get offset. And, you know, someone can open their mouth and I can't do this with this mandible, but it will down and over. So often, or ever so often, maybe once a month, once every other month, someone will come into the office and their jaw is stuck in either the open or the closed position and they can't move whatsoever. And we've been very successful with getting things moving, getting it to open, getting it to close, getting it to actually function how it should be. One story that I'm thinking of, she's actually a pastor's wife. What she has done is she has been getting adjusted, cervical spine, but also by getting the jaw adjusted very gently. She then goes to her dentist right away the same day and gets a mouth guard so that now that it's in the right position, she can maintain that, keep it stabilized. So here's some symptoms with TMJ, and I'm going to read you a list. Clicking, popping, noises when you're chewing, difficulty opening the mouth all the way, stiffness, tenderness, or pain in the jaw, of course, neck pain. Now we're going to get to that here in a minute. Earache, facial pain, asymmetry appearance of the face, dizziness, and ringing in the ears. So what are the causes? And I'm going to read you that list as well. Tooth grinding or clenching the jaw. And now that is number one, just grinding your teeth. So don't do that. Misalignment of the teeth or jaw, of course, yes. Poor dental work. Now, in our community, we have awesome dentists. We don't really need to worry about that. But poor dental work for across the nation, it's possible. It is possible. Injuries to the jaw. We're going to talk about that one too. Posture problems. Frequent gum chewing. I love the taste of gum, but it's not good for our jaws. And you can ask a dentist on that too. Prolonged thumb sucking. Well, Isaac, he is quite the thumb sucker. So we need to work on that ourselves as parents. But this one, now this sounds interesting. Muscle and spinal alignment imbalance. So the motion of this jaw here, what if the spine, and obviously this is a head with no spine, but what if the spine is misaligned? What if the neck, they call it these days the text neck, where you lose that curve in your neck because you're on your phone texting away. What if that curve is not there and then the jaw then is offset? And it's a very sensitive jaw. Not sensitive jaw, sensitive joint, because if it's offset, then these two joints have to move in unison. And that's why it's so likely to have jaw issues if your neck is out of balance, because then your jaw becomes out of balance. Now, what I want to get to, well, before I get to that, acute issues. So say you have terrible jaw pain. There's not a chiropractor around, there's not a dentist around, then don't try to chew up a cheeseburger or a big old steak or anything like that. What I want you to do is just feed yourself by drinking shakes, trying to limit the motion of the jaw and just relax and be gentle with it. Don't try to force it to pop open or force it to close shut. That's not going to do anybody any good. But obviously, get to a chiropractor, get to a dentist as soon as possible in these emergency situations. But soups, shakes, those are your go-to until you can get there. Now, here's a fun story. And I'm not going to name names because it's kind of an embarrassing story for this young man. About 4 years ago, he had some different lifestyle choices, and he's totally different now. Awesome. Just a great guy. But he got in a fight or a tussle, or a guy punched him in the face. And it punched him so hard that when he came in finally to me 4 years later, and he would open his jaw, and the jaw would just pop, grind. It had a very weird motion to it. And he dealt with that for 4 years. We started adjusting his neck and gently treating his jaw, and he no longer has jaw issues. He actually comes in for maintenance, and we adjust his spine, make sure everything's moving and grooving. And then I do my test. I have him open his mouth, and everything just moves smoothly. I don't even have to adjust it hardly ever anymore because it's such in good position that I leave it alone. And it's so exciting for me. And well, I'll be honest, I wish I saw him 4 years ago so I could have started addressing it sooner for him. But nonetheless, he has responded extremely well. So I know there's probably many cases, many dentists that have many TMJ issues. I go to my dentist, and he always fills my masseters and makes sure they're doing fine, and he's doing a good job. And so a lot of dentists, I think, will enjoy this video. Feel free to feel free to share. If you know anybody that's having TMJ issues, have them contact a chiropractor. If they're around here, obviously, we'd be happy to take care of them. So I hope you have a blessed rest of your day. Thank you.
Have you ever wondered why we are so passionate about serving our community? It's because years ago, Ellen used to suffer with severe migraines, and we were actually told by the medical community that there's nothing they can do, that she was going to have to deal with this for the rest of her life. Luckily, we discovered chiropractic care, and it actually changed our lives, and she no longer has to deal with migraines anymore. I know what it's like to be pushed away by the medical community. I know what it's like, and I know the pain of the statement, you're going to have to deal with this for the rest of your life. Under this roof, you will be treated like family. Our purpose is to empower, inspire, and give hope to those who are broken, battered, and bruised. Because an empowered person can move mountains and make waves not only in their lives, but in the lives of those around them. We also don't want to just externally motivate you, but internally move you. Because we all have a story worth sharing. And then there's hope. Hope is a light. And for some of us, that light is looking pretty dim. Due to the condition that we're dealing with, or whatever that we're dealing with, it leads to a diminishing light. But what we specialize in is finding the problem and fixing the problem. Because our vision is to be a lighthouse of hope, allowing our light to shine through. And no matter how busy it looks, we are like church. We can always squeeze one more in. Therefore, our mission is simple. It's one more. One more mom, one more dad, one more grandparent, one more child, one more life saved by chiropractic care.
If you found value in this video, please comment and let us know your biggest takeaway. We also ask that you don't keep this information to yourself. We ask that you share it with your friends and family by simply clicking the share button below.